Hey friends, this is Cheer Up Little again. Today, I'll be sharing my knowledge based on percentage. Without further ado, let's jump into the questions. First question. Jane finished typing 85% of the pages of a manuscript. If she had typed 986 pages, find the total number of pages in the manuscript. So what are the keywords from this question? She has finished typing 85% of the pages and she has typed 986 pages. So, what does this tell from the question? It tells that 85% of the pages represents 986. Because she said finished typing and typed. Find the total number of pages in the manuscript. So what do you think is the total number of pages in the manuscript? If you think it is 100% and it represents the whole, you are indeed correct. So let the total number of pages manuscript be 100%. So, how do you find the total number of pages in the manuscript? Instead of finding 1% of the manuscript and multiplying by 100, here's a shortcut which involves proportion, which says something divided by this into this. So here's an example. Here's how I show you. 100%. I'm sorry. 85% of the pages is equivalent to 986 pages of the manuscript. So in order to find 100% of the pages, we use this arrow, which goes in this direction. 986 over 85 into 100. In case you're lost, the straight line shown here involves the divide sign, and when it's go down, involves the multiple sign. When I press this in by calculator, it gives me a value of 1,106 pages. So let's write a statement to conclude our answer. So therefore, the total number of pages in the manuscript is equal to 1,160. I hope you understand how to present your answers and the way of presentation. Now let's proceed to the second question. A shopkeeper sold a paper fan for $3.60. He made a profit of 25% of the price he paid for it. How much did the shopkeeper pay for the paper fan? So the word profit, you have heard it before. It probably means how much you're earning. So the selling price of a paper fan is $3.60, and he made a profit of the selling price. So the question is asking for the cost price of the paper fan. And what do you think is the percentage for it? If it is 100%, once again you are correct. So let's write. Let the cost price of the paper fan be 100%. And what do you think is the selling price? It is 100% plus 25% of the profit. So the required percentage for the selling price of the paper fan is 100% plus 25%, which gives a value of 125%. So the selling price is 125%. So 125% represents $3.60. So let's use the shortcut using proportion. So 125% is equivalent to $3.60. And 100% is equal to 360 over 125 into 100. In case you do not understand, this line represents the divide, and when it goes down, it represents the times, which gives a value of $2.88. So let's write a statement to conclude the answer. Therefore, the cost price of the paper fan is $2.88. Now let's proceed to the third question. This one is a primary school question, but you need to use secondary school method. The ratio of the man to woman at a trade fair is 6:5. And there are two parts. Let's do part A. Let's divide the space. If there were 960 men, how many women were there? So now let's write the ratio. Men is to women is 6 units. Let me write another color to show that this is hidden. Oh, sorry, not 9. So there were 960 men. So the question is asking for the number of women. So 6 units represent the men. Since there were 960 men, 6 units represent 960. Let's use the proportion method. Six unit is equivalent to 960. So the woman represents 5 units. So the 5 units is equivalent to the shortcut I've taught you, which involves what is the line here? The divide sign. What is the down line for? For the times. So it is 960 over 6 into 5, which gives a value of 800 women. So let's write a statement to conclude our answers. So there were 800 women at the trade fair. For part B, they are asking for the percentage of the people who were women. So, how to find the total number of women? That's right. Sorry, how to find the total number of people? That's right. Add up the total number of men and women. So, total number of people 800 plus 960, which gives a value of 1760 people. So they're asking for the percentage of people who are women. So the women is 800. So that's right, the required percentage of women which is 800 over 1860 into 100%. It is a must to include a person sign at the back, which gives a value of 45.4545, and it comes in a string of numbers. If it comes in string numbers, run it to 3 significant figures. So this is where the last digit stops. If you look it to the right, it's 5. It's exactly 5, and you should add 1. So therefore, it is 45.5%, and you will have to write how many significant figures you round. So the percentage of women is 45.5. A shopkeeper bought 800 pence at $6.40 for a box of 10 pence. He found that 5% of the pence were defective. How much must he sell each pen if he wants to earn a 36% profit on the cost price? Give your answers nearest to the nearest cent. So what do you mean by a box of 10 pence? You have probably heard it before. It means one box contains 10 pence. And what do you mean by the word defective? Defective means not working. The pens were not working. And you will have to give your answers nearest to the nearest cents, which means 2, which means 1 decimal place. So a box of 10 pence costs 640 cents. Okay. And 95% of the pens were working. And the question is asking how much must he sell each pen in order to earn a 36% profit on the cost price. So what do you think you should find first? You should find the number of pens which are still working. So let the original number of pens be 100%. So 100% represents 800 pence. So if you minus 100% away from 5%, the remaining pence are 95%, which involves the proportion method I have shared with you, which means it is 800 over 100 times 95, which gives a value of 760 pence. So 760 pence was still working. So second thing, what do you want to find first? You want to find the cost price of the pens. So 10 pence is $6.40. So 800 pence. Using the proportion method, how you will solve to find the cost of 800 pence? That's right. Using divide and times, which is 640 over 10 times 800, which gives a value of 512. So cost price of the pens is 512. Let's draw a divider. So the selling price of the pens is the once again we have to write the statement. Let the cost price of the pens be 100%. So 100% represents the cost price, which is down here. So the selling price of the pens is 100% plus 36%, which gives us a value of 136. So the selling price is 136. So 136%. How do you find using the proportion method? That's right, using divide and times. 512 over 100 multiplied by 136, which gives a value of 690.32. So it's $696.32. So is this the final answer? No, because it's asking to find the price of each pen. So since he sold 760 pens, it represents the selling price. So selling price is so selling price of this pens of 760 pens is equal to, so in order to find the selling price of one pen, using the proportion method, it is $696.32. Sorry, let's not see it. Give a value of it gives a string of numbers if I use calculator. So let me write out the first few numbers. But that's not all. So the question is asking to find the nearest end, which means two decimal places. Of 2 decimal place. So this is the last digit, and if you look to your right, it's more than 5, so you have to add 1. So therefore it is 92 cents. Sorry that's messy because I have no space. The fine for not returning an umbrella on loan by a hotel is 115 price of the price of the umbrella. If the fine Jane have to pay is $21.16, find the price of the umbrella. So the question is asking to find the original price of the umbrella. So what do you think is the percentage? Yes, once again it's 100%. So let the price of the umbrella be 100%. So the fine is 150. So 115 represents $21.16. And let's find the price of the umbrella. Just as stated on the statement, let's use to find 100%, which is the price of the umbrella. So using the proportion method, it is $21.16 over 115 into 100, which gives a value of $18.40. So therefore, the price of the umbrella is $18.40. Don't worry, this is the second last question. Thomas bought a new car for $145,800. Calculate the decrease in value if it is worth 15% less than the original value after 1 year. So what do you think this price represents? Yes, if you think it is 100%, you are indeed correct. So let the price of the umbrella not umbrella, I'm sorry. So what is it? What do you think is the value after 1 year? That's right, it's 85% because it says 15% less. So 100% represents 145,800. So in order to find the 85%, use the proportion method, which is 145 or 1,145, 8 and 8,000 over 100% into 85%. Which gives a value of $123,930. Is this the final answer? No, because they're asking the decrease. What is the decrease? So decrease in value is the original value minus away the value at second year, which is $21,870. So therefore the decrease in value is $21,870. The next part is asking for the percentage decrease from its original value if the car was worth $99,250 at the second year. So in order to find the decrease, it is the original value minus the value on the second year. Which is equal to $46,550. So in order to find the percentage decrease, using the formula that your teacher had taught you in primary school, it is decrease over the original into 100%. So the decrease is the one I stated here. So what is this original value? It's on the initial year, right? But this is should not be the original value. This must be the one on the first year. So it is 145,800 times 100%. which gives us a value of it gives a string of numbers. But let me write the first few numbers. That's all. And you should round it to 3 significant figures when there's a string of numbers. So we should stop here and look to the right. It's less than 5. So let it stay put. So it is 31.9% rounded to 3 significant figures. So therefore, the percentage decrease is equal to 31.9%. The last question is super tricky, but there is a simple method to it using percentage. The number of women in a chess club was twice the number of men. If the number of women decreases by 30%, what percentage must the number of men increase so that the number of men will be the same as the number of women in the club? So what do you think is the percentage of men? It is 100%. So let the percentage of men be 100%. So percentage of women is 100% multiplied by 2, which gives us a 200%. So the number of women decreases by 30%, but overall is 200%. But what does 30% represents? It represents 30 over 100. So to find that, so the decrease in women is 30 over 100 multiplied by 200, which gives us 60. So now let's find the number of women after the decrease. (200% minus 600% gives us a value of 140%. So since the number of men is 100%, and the question is asking that the percentage of men, number of men, must increase, so in order for the percentage of number of men and women must be the same. So number of women is 140%. So no number of men required. Sorry, percentage. Minus 100% gives us a value of 40%. So therefore, percentage of men required is 40%. That's the end of my video. I hope you understand how to present your answers. And in my conclusion, it's very important to put the statement at the end of the problem sum. I have put some questions at the comment box if you wish to try on your own. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.